Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be, did you ever really know the narcissist? Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So this is a question for you. Think about it. Did you ever really know the narcissist? Knowing now what you know about narcissism and about that relationship. Did you ever really know the narcissist? I will tell you from my experience, knowing the narcissist back then when you were in the relationship with them, you thought that they were one person. And again, you were taken advantage of, and perhaps you fell in love with them, or you were working for them, doing things for them because the narcissist saw you as an opportunity. But when you were in that relationship, it was deteriorating over time. It wasn't improving. The weight of that relationship was on your shoulders. It was not on the shoulders of the narcissist. The narcissist in these relationships is along for a free ride, and the free ride starts and ends with you. Did you ever really know the narcissist? And when the relationship ends and the smoke has lifted and the dust has settled and you have actually had time away from the narcissist and that relationship and that period of time and the environment, what you do is you naturally go down rabbit holes of exploration. And one of them, of course, is understanding what narcissism is and how it affected you for a period of time. And now another rabbit hole you'll figure out is you'll go down exploration holes, rabbit holes of different people in your life, in the past, in the present, and people that you haven't even met yet. You're gonna have boundaries. What I'm saying there is the narcissist, back when you were in the relationship with them, you did not know them. You thought you did. But what you did was you were so deep entrenched in the narcissistic fog, most likely, that you didn't know if you were coming or going. Now, the narcissist in your life, maybe it was your mom. Maybe it was a romantic interest or a friend or a business partner. Maybe it was a next door neighbor. Maybe it was a colleague. These people, the narcissist that is, they hide and they blend in plain sight. They meld in with average everyday people who aren't narcissists or who aren't toxic. And they blend in with empaths as well. There are a whole bunch of different kinds of people. For this video, there is two main people, the narcissist and the empath, and in between is everybody else, because everybody else has shades of empathy or shades of narcissism. I suppose we all do. We all have a little bit of narcissism in us because it's on a spectrum, but not everyone has empathy. Let's really understand that. Many people think empathy isn't real. Now, the narcissist, back when you were with them, they were letting you know exactly what they were going to do to you each and every week, month, year, perhaps even decade. The relationship was falling apart, and you were working to a fault for the narcissist and for the relationship. You were trying to build it. You were trying to patch holes in the sinking ship, if you will. You were trying to work as hard as you possibly could for the relationship while the narcissist was trying to tear it down the whole time. And you thought that you knew the narcissist. You thought that they were having your best interest at heart. You thought that you two were headed in the same direction, probably up until the very end or close to it. But the narcissist was watching you. They were checking your temperature. They were checking your pulse in the relationship, meaning, did you have money coming in? Was your health good? Did you have a network of friends still? Did you have financial assets that you were about to get or inherit? They were watching everything about you, and they were trying to figure out what they could take from you. This is how the relationship is designed. It's how it's built. In the beginning of the relationship, during the love bomb / euphoric stage, they look at you and they say, wow, this one will do. This will be a partner of mine for 10, 20, 30 years. We can raise kids, have kids. We can build a business, create a family. We can travel the world, etc. And they had you believe in that. They had you believe in that mask. Now, back then, that's what the narcissist told you. They gave you that song and dance. And you may say, well, that's what they meant. Not so fast. That's perhaps what happened. But then over time, you realized that the person that you fell in love with couldn't fall in love with you. And they had no empathy. And they weren't the same person that you fell in love with, because that person's mask, i.e. the narcissist, it was slipping more and more frequently. Specifically after key events, like I mentioned, after they graduated university or law school or whatever, or after you had kids or relocated or went into business with them or got married, etc., or a death in the family, or your health took a hit, etc. When these things happen, that's when the narcissist usually lays on the gas pedal of abuse a little bit more. And what they want to do is they want to make sure that you stick around as long as possible, because they need a source of supply. They need someone to regulate themselves with. They need the human punching bag. And I don't mean that literally, I mean it figuratively. They need the sounding board. They need somebody to be there for them so they can throw rage fits and temper tantrums, and so they can blame shift you, etc. These are all the words in the glossary, the terms, the definitions that I speak of on the channel. But back then, you didn't know what you were up against, and you thought you knew the narcissist. You didn't. The narcissist was changing right before your eyes throughout that relationship. And the longer you were in the relationship, the more you saw the mask slip, but you didn't know it was a mask that they were wearing. You thought that they probably just were having a bad day, a week, a month, decade. But the narcissist knew what they were doing, and it was becoming harder and harder for them to regulate themselves. It was becoming harder and harder for them to keep the mask on. So as the relationship developed and went on, and you were carrying the weight of that relationship, because the narcissist doesn't carry anything, they were making sure that that load got heavier and heavier and heavier, and they were dishing out more and more toxicity, maybe verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, certainly spiritual abuse. But they knew what they were doing, because they were trying to make sure that that relationship would break eventually. That's what they wanted to do. Now, each and every narcissistic relationship, it is unique yet similar. There are certain things that are very similar. That's why the narcissist behaves in the same manner, no matter who they are, what language they speak, or what country they're from. They use the same tools because when they were kids, they didn't have any consequences for their behavior. They were not reprimanded. They weren't scolded or grounded, most likely. And then so they figured out, oh, I can just go through life and do whatever I want to do, and there'll be no consequences to pay. I can do whatever I want. I can make up rumors about people in high school. I can cheat on exams in college. I can throw people under the bus in the corporate world. I can do anything I want to because A, no one will ever figure it out, but B, no one is going to make me pay a price for it. So I can just go through this life like a bull in a china shop and destroy people's lives and reputations and relationships and break their hearts, etc. But that's the person, i.e. the narcissist that you were in the relationship with, most likely. Now, you didn't know them back then because, again, you didn't know what narcissism was. Now you're learning what narcissism is, or you have already understood it. Maybe you've been out of the relationship for a few years. Maybe you've been out of the relationship for 20 years, but you're still in the community and you're still understanding that you need refreshers. You need reminders of what is out there in the world, i.e. the narcissist. The narcissist will come at you in different shapes and forms and sizes, and they'll speak different languages and different skin colors, etc., but they're everywhere. That's why you need to have boundaries, and you need to understand that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. You shouldn't be oversharing information. You shouldn't be just giving away information to anybody, because why? Because you don't really know who you're talking to many times. Now, the person, whoever you're thinking about right now, maybe it's an acquaintance or a friend you just struck up a friendship with. This person may seem on the outside like they're the best person on the planet since sliced bread, but then again, so did the narcissist, remember. So I'm not saying that everybody on the planet is a narcissist. I'm saying be careful, have boundaries, utilize the tools that are provided for you on the channel. Understand that you already went through one narcissistic relationship. That is one relationship too many. You do not want to go down another one. Now, once the dust has cleared, as I shared with you, post-narcissistic relationship, you will go back and you'll think, did I ever really know the narcissist? And my take is you didn't, because number one, they don't know themselves. Number two, they can change their appearance, their mask, the way they talk, their clothes, anything on a dime. They are some of the best actors you'll ever meet on the planet, meaning they can change their mask whenever they want to. And they can keep it on as long as they need to until they get whatever they want from people. And then they can discard them. And that's what they do. That's what's happening all over the planet right now. People, as I'm creating this video and you're consuming it, are being discarded all over the planet, and other people are entering the relationship right now. Other people are stuck in it and they don't know how to get out of it. The whole point is you need to understand that the narcissistic relationship is a relationship you need to heal from. You can't put a Band-Aid over it. You can't wave a magic wand or take a pill and hope that the abuse will just go away. No, it's got to be processed. You have to journal. You have to see a therapist. You have to meditate. You have to watch videos. You have to read. You have to really understand that that relationship was unlike anything. That's why you have sleepless nights. That's why you experience the anger stage. That's why you are crying or were crying. Now, all of these things, these equal the post-narcissistic relationship healing path. The healing path is not linear. It will take time. It will take a lot of time. But in your time, you will heal. I did it. If I did it, you can do it. But you need to be patient. You need to be stoic and calm and centered. You need to become awakened and aware and educated and empowered. And you need to understand that not everybody has your best interest at heart. And that the top of that list is the narcissist, or any narcissist, because they will come at you any way possible. And they will act like they know you or you know them, when in fact you don't know them at all. So as I mentioned, post-relationship, if you really are honest with yourself, and drop comments below, tell me what you think. Did you ever really know the narcissist? I don't think you did. I really don't. I think that the person that you're thinking about, or the person you were in the relationship with, they wore the mask so well, and they had so many demons in their mind, and they had so many broken relationships and broken hearts in the past that they couldn't uncover. They couldn't share any of that stuff with you. Why would they? All they did is they looked at you as the new person to break. That's what they wanted to do, and they wanted to break that relationship. But there are so many skeletons in their closet. That's why the narcissist is always overlooking or looking over their shoulder. That's why they relocate so frequently. That's why they change their appearance and where they live, etc. Because they don't want to be still. They don't want to stay stagnant in one location. Usually, not always, but usually, because what happens there is they get discovered, they get revealed, they get found out. Now, of course, each and every narcissist is a different person, just like you're a different person than I am. Your fingerprint is what makes you you. And the narcissist, again, they all have one common denominator. They all use the same playbook. And that playbook is taught very early on in their young life. And that playbook is used over and over and over again. So a few things here. One, the narcissist, once you get the wisdom, they're extremely predictable. You need to understand that. They are extremely predictable. It's almost as if you know the sun's going to shine and you know the sun's going to go down, just like that. That's the cycle. But with the narcissist, the predictability does not mean that you know them, because you don't know them. You may know their behaviors and their mannerisms, because they're very easy to understand once you wrap your head around what narcissism is. However, do you really know what's going on in their mind? No, you don't. You don't. You will only know what's going on in your mind. Understand that when you were with the narcissist, their actions many times did not match their words. And that was on purpose. It was to throw you off. Understand again, your relationship with the narcissist, it wasn't stable. It wasn't level. It was topsy-turvy. You were on a roller coaster of emotions. You could not ever catch your breath, because even at night when you would go to bed, maybe you'd be sleeping right next to the narcissist, as an example. You couldn't fall right asleep. You were still thinking about what happened that day. What will happen tomorrow? What about the weekend? Did you do this? Did you do that? Should you have done that? Shouldn't you have done that? That's how the narcissist wants you. They want you on edge. They do not want you being yourself. They want you to be an extension of them. They want you to stay a pawn or a puppet to them. They want you to do things for them, and they want to give you absolutely nothing in return. So did you really know the narcissist? I don't think you did, because I don't think the narcissist knows themselves. They don't. And the reason why that is because, think about it. When the next new shiny object came along, the narcissist dropped their life with you and they went on to the new shiny object. And they did that before they met you. And they'll do it after they met you as well, because they're always on a constant search. They're on a constant quest for the perfect relationship or the perfect person or someone who's going to fill their cup up. And that cup inevitably gets holes punctured in it, because the narcissist punctures holes in the cup themselves. They don't want stability. They don't want an average, healthy, loving relationship. What they want is chaos and confusion and manipulation. They want people to believe in the mask. They want people to believe that they actually know them, when in fact they don't. Not even the children of the narcissist know the narcissist. Not even their parents know them. The narcissist blows any which way the wind goes. That's what they do. Now you may say, well, I'm not so sure about that one, Andrew. Well, I will tell you. Just think about how irrational the narcissist is. How many times they would just jump in their car and disappear in the middle of the night and just go on a drive, or say, hey, I'll be back in an hour, and they come back 7 hours later. Well, where do you think they were? What do you think they were doing? Why do you think they didn't answer your phone? Why do you think you would text them, you wouldn't get a response? Why do you think when they would come back after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, when they told you they'd be gone 20 minutes, that they gave you the silent treatment, or they gaslit you? Because these are all the tools in the arsenal of the narcissistic repertoire. They do whatever they want to, but what they do is they know what they're doing, and they know that if you were in the household with them, let's say it was your mom or dad as an example, well, if they did any of those things I just shared with you, they know what they're doing. But do you know where they were, what they were doing? You don't, because they will tell you they were at the grocery store when perhaps they were somewhere totally different, or they'll tell you they're getting this procedure done when they're totally in a different part of the city or town. This is the secrets. These are the secrets of the narcissist. You never really know what you're going to get from them. That's why when you identify that someone is a narcissist, you need to go no contact, block them, delete them, remove them, and all fly monkeys and people associated with them. If you can't do it, just utilize gray rock, become dull and boring, but get off the radar of the narcissist, because you never really know them. You never really know what's on their mind. You never really know what they're going to do. You never really know how the next shoe is going to drop. And before I close the video, understand this one. Think about if you are or you were divorcing the narcissist. Did things go rather easily? No, they didn't. Did things get dragged out? Yes, they did. Were children perhaps used as pawns in the divorce of divorcing the narcissist? I'm certain they were. Was a smear campaign instilled? Definitely. Did the narcissist want your money? Yes. How much of it did they want? All of it. Did the narcissist care about your health or your well-being? No. They didn't then, they don't now, and they never will in the future. The narcissist cares about one person, and it's themselves. That's it. That's why you never really know who the narcissist was. You never did. What it was, perhaps, to you, was a shiny object, meaning a shiny coat. Maybe their exterior looked good or appealing to you, and you're like, wow, that person's beautiful. Okay, let's strike up a friendship, and maybe you can go to romance, and it did. But you were looking at them. Maybe you were attracted to them physically. Maybe it was their intellect you were attracted to. Who knows? Maybe it was their occupation. I don't know. But whatever you were attracted to, there was a lure that the narcissist was casting out in that ocean, and you got hooked. That's what happened. And that's why many times I hear people mention to me, well, I wasn't even really attracted to the narcissist. It's not like they were some kind of beauty queen or Adonis. They were just, however they looked. Let's just put it that way. And then, but how did I fall into that? Well, you fell into it because the narcissist was playing you, and they were using their charm or their intellect or their words or their mannerisms or their pumping you up or making you feel special, or maybe you were vulnerable, or all of those things. And then they got close to you, and the next thing you know, that the relationship went from one level to the next, and you're now trapped in the narcissistic fog. This is what they do. The narcissist comes at you in all different forms, shapes, sizes, colors, ethnicities, etc. The idea, the path, is to have boundaries now and to apply the lifelong learning lessons from the narcissistic relationship to present day, and to not predict the future, not live in the past, but live in the present moment. That is what the path is. But did you ever really know the narcissist? I don't think you did. I don't think they know themselves. I think that they know one thing, that they have to go full speed into everything they do. They need to get close to somebody to break that relationship and to go on to the next new supply and the next new source. In between all of that, what they want to do is cause confusion, chaos, and manipulation, and take as much from that person as they possibly can and leave them broken until they heal. That's exactly how these cycles keep going around and around. And if any of this resonates with you, drop comments below. I'll close the video by saying this. No, I don't believe you ever did know the narcissist. You may have thought you knew the narcissist, but think about when the mask slipped. Ultimately, specifically if you were discarded or if you had to end it yourself, was that person that you had to get out of or break free from the relationship from, was that the same person you fell in love with? No, it wasn't. It was somebody exactly opposite. Someone who showed you their disdain for you, how much they didn't care about you, how much they were enjoying your misery and your discomfort and your position currently. That's what the narcissist wants. They want to inflict damage and pain, and they get pleasure from your pain. I'm sorry to say that, but it's a fact. That's what these people do. You're not built that way. You want to help everybody out and be the best person you possibly can. And that's what the narcissist said. That's what the narcissist saw in you. That's why they try to take advantage of you. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Sorry, because I thought I saw somebody. Namaste. I hope you all enjoy the video. I love doing it. I lost it. Namaste. Enjoy your afternoon. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. God bless you. I love you all. You are not alone. And I was expecting a Bigfoot walk by. That's why I froze twice there. So everyone, God bless you. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves. And remember, did you ever really know the narcissist? I don't think you did. I honestly don't think you did. Drop comments if you believe that you did or didn't. But I don't believe anyone ever really gets to know these people because they're always keeping secrets in little groups and they're saying A, B, and C and doing X, Y, and Z. I love you all. God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye.